I'm glad to be back at Grace's home here in Ngong, and actually there's a lot that has happened from the last update that I published on the channel. As you can see, they're doing the finishing, and already they've done the wall master finish across the exterior walls of the house. And today is the 28th of July, and they are doing the wall master painting. The electricians are installing the electrical pipes, socket boxes, and the wiring, and they're just about to start with the tiling of the floors. So as we are outside here, I wanted us to talk about this exterior. This is a wall master paint that has been applied. The color is buttermilk. If you're looking for this kind of color in the market, the painters have told me it's called buttermilk. And Grace opted to use Crown's Ruff and Tuff to achieve the rough texture for the wall master. There are three types of roughness textures that you can choose from in the market. There is the 1.5 millimeter, 2 millimeter, and 3 millimeter. So for this particular house, they've used the 2 millimeter rough texture to create this wall master finish. So on that scale of 1.5 to 3, 1.5 is the lowest scale. So that means the roughness texture is the least, and the 3 millimeter is the highest roughness texture you can choose for your wall master paint. So before, it's only panels, and remember, panels are already a pre-plastered material that you buy from Kingdom Precast Solutions. So before you do any wall master, you have to achieve a kind of plastered finish for your home. So if you're using stone blocks, ensure that the surface is already plastered before applying the wall master. But the advantage with panels, it's already pre-plastered at the factory because they're made of concrete. So that advantage makes it easier for the painters to come and just start with the painting of the wall master. So if you can, let's go towards the edge of the fence where Collins and Kinyanjui are doing they're actually doing the wall master painting on the side of the house. So I wanted you guys to appreciate how the process is done. I don't know if you can see, but here we have Collins. He's now applying the wall master paint on the side of the house that is facing next to the fence. So as I said before, this is buttermilk, the color, and the paint is from Crown, which is called Ruff and Tuff. The goodness with wall master is that you only apply a single coat. So whatever they're doing now will be the final look of the house. You can see where the two panels meet at the interlocking point. They have put a waterproofing gypsum filler to create a seamless finish between the surface of the panel and where they interlock, so that when they do the wall master, the paint turns out to be even and smooth and consistent. I remember someone asking in the comments how you do window sills on precast panel walls. I think it's simple. This was just done using a simple mold where the concrete is poured to create this rectangular molding around the window frame. So on this molding that surrounds the window frame, they'll apply white wall master to contrast between the buttermilk exterior paint that has been used on the panels and also the color of the window frames. And since we're talking about the windows, here they've not put the window panes yet. So that's the next thing that they'll do. So this is the veranda space. And just above it is the 0.9 meter high parapet wall. As you can see, the buttermilk wall master has been painted already. And here we have the piping, the electrical piping for the outdoor security lights. So as we go inside, here they've already done the gypsum ceiling all around and the white cornices that surround the perimeter of the gypsum ceiling. This is now the main security door. leading inside the living room. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite busy. A lot of construction junk is scattered everywhere. That's normal as they're doing the finishing. Here, the electricians are busy at work, putting the socket boxes and the wiring and all the stuff relating to the electrical works. So that is ongoing. Yeah, as you can see here, they're trying to pull through some wires from the top to here. And as we come here, this is the dining space. Currently, they are using this space to store the tiles that will be used to tile the entire house. So let's head inside the kitchen. So yeah, as you can see, the kitchen is not yet done, but I'm glad it's not yet done because I wanted you to appreciate the use of panels to create the countertops. On this side, it's L-shaped to maximize the storage space. This is a creative way of using leftover panels that were maybe in excess during the walling stage. So you can see they were cut at intervals to support now this piece of panel that extends from here to here. On this other side, there's a panel extending from the wall to here, and it has been cut to fit the kitchen sink. And also on this side, this is also a countertop, and here they'll have the MDF cabinetry, the gas cooker, and another L-shaped corner countertop. And also here, cabinets. You can also come here and see the huge pantry space. It's a walk-in pantry extending from here to there. And if I put my arms outwards, this is the width of the pantry. So it's going to be huge storage for the kitchen. I've just exited the kitchen and into the laundry area. It extends from here all the way to there. So it's quite spacious, this outdoor laundry area. It can also act as a patio. I don't know what Grace will use this space for, but that's my guess. And here, the wall master, the buttermilk wall master, the parapet wall at the top. You can see the difference before they eventually come to paint everything with the buttermilk facade. I'm walking along the main corridor leading to the bedrooms. And here we have the common washroom. It's quite spacious. As of now, it's busy. There's a lot of construction related stuff going on here. This will be the shower space, the shower cubicle, the huge window bringing in a lot of light inside. It's going to be a big washroom, and I'm curious to see how it will turn out once they're done with the finishing. Now let's head into one of the bedrooms. I will call this bedroom 1. Yeah, and it's spacious. This is the window. Again, in most sites that I've gone to, people have adopted huge windows to bring in a lot of natural light during the day and to brighten up the room. So for now, in this bedroom, they've not done the tiling. They've only done the skimming of the walls. The painting is not yet done, the final coat. That will be done as they are ongoing in the finishing. Also, the gypsum has been installed but not painted. Let's head into bedroom 2. I think it's similar in size to bedroom 1, quite spacious. The same theme of large windows. And here we have the skimmed precast panel wall. And yeah, the same gypsum and the white cornices. The gypsum cornices that is going all around the bedroom. Now I'm heading into the master bedroom, which of course, is bigger than bedroom 1 and 2. It's en suite. This is the only room in the house that is en suite, but we can't go in there because it's inaccessible at this particular time. That is the washroom. But just appreciate the size of the master bedroom, so that in case you have a similar idea to use this house, you can appreciate the size of this master bedroom. The window is much bigger than the other rooms to bring in lots and lots of natural light during the day. I'd highly suggest that you go with the same theme of huge window spaces, so that your room is bright enough during the day and it removes the dullness of your room. You know, dark rooms sometimes are boring, sometimes are cold. Having such a huge window space brightens up your house, your room, and also it can brighten up your mood. I hope that by doing this finishing update, you've been able to get ideas that will help you when it comes to the aspect of finishing your home. You know, finishing is highly personal, varies widely, and depending on your budget, it can cost less or even more than setting up the structure itself. So I just wanted to show you guys what Grace has done with her home when it comes to finishing. The goal of this video is to give you ideas when it comes to finishing, so that you have, you know, when you're doing your research, you have ideas on what you want to do, be it with the painting, be it with the tiling, be it with the kitchen, the rooms, all that. And by doing this video, I hope I've helped you in some sort of way. I'm Muema from Property Noma, and stay tuned because later on we'll do a final tour with Grace, the homeowner of this 170 square meter bungalow.